Hey, did you get one of these in the mail recently? Yeah, it's your property tax notice. And it comes like this, and you open it up, and it's your 2023 Real Property Notice of Valuation. By the way, were you sitting down when you opened yours? Because I almost fell over when I saw what they valued my house at. After all, I'm a realtor. I know what homes in my neighborhood have sold for. I know what a house like mine compared to other homes like mine should go for. And although I expected it to go up, this number wasn't quite what I was expecting. So what's a homeowner to do if you're looking at this and thinking, no way, that can't be right? Let's discuss it. This card tells you what the county assessor feels the current value of your home is right now based upon their research. It also tells you what your prior value was and the difference between the two. What it doesn't tell you is how much in taxes you're going to be paying. That notice will be coming out in the fourth quarter of this year. It also gives you what's called your assessment rate. Now, I'm in Douglas County, and my assessment rate is 6.77% for a single family home. Usually, the Colorado assessment rate is set at about 7.15%. The current assessment rate value ratio for single family real estate for 2023 tax year is set at 6.765. This means that you'll pay property taxes on 6.765% of your home's value. An example would be on a $500,000 valued home, you'd be paying taxes on $33,825. Now, about this time, you might be thinking, hey, maybe I can move to a state where there are no property taxes. Well, unfortunately, there's no states without a property tax. Property taxes basically contribute to the overall state income, and the tax funds are used to operate and maintain essential government services like law enforcement, infrastructure, education, transportation, parks, water, and sewer service improvements. So the first thing to do is to go ahead and calculate pretty quickly how much you think your taxes are going to be. And you can do that pretty easily. In fact, I've put a link to the Colorado Property Tax Calculator where you can estimate that difference, what it will be. It's in the description box down below. Because, in some cases, the difference might be as high as a couple of $100s per month, which could really put a squeeze on your budget. Now, some of my friends who are retired and they have the senior exemption because they've been in their home for over 10 years and they're over 65 years old. It's not that much for them. In fact, one of them told me hers was only about $28. I got to tell you, when I calculated mine, it came up a heck of a lot higher than $28. So let's discuss some of the steps you can be doing if you find that this is a squeeze to your budget, whether you're retired or still working. First thing to realize is that we get this property tax notice evaluation every other year, so we won't get another one till 2025. And they're not looking at the market right now when they send you this. You have to realize that the county assessors are looking at the property values and comparing your home to other homes that were sold in the market between July 1st of 2020 and June 30th of 2022. Remember those years? Yeah, those were the crazy years. Low interest rates, low inventory, nice high home sale prices. If you've been watching my channel for any period of time, in my monthly reports during that time, we were all very happy that sellers were getting very nice offers on their homes. In fact, for the most part, we were seeing double-digit appreciation from most homes in the Denver metro and surrounding areas. And the county assessors are reporting a median gain in home values by county. So Adams County got 38%, Arapahoe County 42%, Broomfield 41%, Denver 33%, Douglas County 47%. Ouch! Elbert, 35%, and Jefferson, 36%. So, when you get this card, I want you to realize that you have the right to appeal the property valuation. And in fact, it tells you right on the card your right to appeal property valuation to the assessor and when that date expires. So in my case, it's June 8th, but yours might be June 1st or yours might be June 11th. It just depends on what county you're in. On the back of the card, you'll find a website to go to which will give you directions on how to appeal your property value. County is different, so look at your card closely. Next step will be to look at your house, critical eye. See what you have in your home could help lower the value that they came up with, notice of valuation. That immediately come to mind are like neighbors. They have finished basements with bedrooms and bathrooms. you don't even have a finished basement. Would be a difference in the value. Things might be that your neighbors have all redone their kitchens and bathrooms. You haven't remodeled or updated yours. It's still the original. These are just some examples of what might help you bring down the value. But, here's where you have to be really careful. You can't look back at January of this year or even December of last year and go, oh, well, prices were down then, and we're going to use those houses that sold because those houses were down in value, so mine should also be down in value. Because that's not the dates that the assessors are using. Remember, they're using from July 1st of 2020 to June 30th of 2022. Those are the properties you're going to have to pull to validate your claim. The other thing to be aware of is you always want to look at apples to apples. In other words, you're not going to compare your home to a smaller home or a different style of home. So if you're in a 2-story, you're not going to compare your home to a ranch style. And if you're in a ranch style, you're not going to compare your home to a tri-level. Same with condition. If your home is newer, or you've remodeled your home to make it look newer, then you can't compare your home to one that hasn't had the upgrades that you put in. Now, you may need some help putting this together, and that could be your trusted realtor helping you gather the information, or your real estate attorney, or even a trusted lender can help you get some of the data. Now, once you've pulled all your data together and you've submitted your protest, and whether you've done that online or in person, and they do recommend that if you feel you need to go in person, that you should make an appointment and schedule that appointment using their online system. At least that's the instructions that I read for Douglas County. Again, your card will tell you what you need to know. And once you've submitted your appeal by the deadline, the assessor decision will be mailed back to you. That's when you'll get to see the properties that they use to calculate the value on your house. Now, depending on how quickly you start the appeal process and depending upon how quickly the appeal process itself goes, you might be able to change this year, but most likely a lot of this will go into effect in 2025. However, you also have to remember that there's some things that Governor Polis is trying to do right now so that it affects this year, these tax valuations. Recently, the governor announced plan to keep property taxes from increasing by placing Proposition HH on the November ballot. Proposition would reduce the residential assessment rate. The proposition is also talking about reducing the taxable value of homes by about $40,000 in 2023 and 2024. A temporary adjustment for now. The question is, how long would they extend this out for? If you want to hear the whole Governor Polis interview, talks about this, or read the transcript of it, I've put a link to the article in the description box. Feel free to go ahead and listen to it, and leave me your thoughts in the comments down below. He's able to do this and get a bunch of people behind him. This would be something we want to look at comes time to vote in November. We all know that this is being done because we've all gained so much equity and value in our homes. In fact, in one of my videos, I talk about how we've gained 7 years appreciation in the last 3. This appreciation can come as quite a shock. It's really multiple years of appreciation, even though they're only looking at 2. Now, if you're feeling the pinch, one of my favorite things that you might want to consider as an option is what we call house hacking. In fact, I did a video on it, so you can check it out on my YouTube channel at Live Denver Suburbs. And this is where you could rent out a room, create a mother-in-law suite in a basement, even perhaps build an ADU. But, check out your county's zoning rules. And of course, moving is always an option. I had a lot of people leave the state, move where homes are a lot cheaper. You do want to be very careful of the taxes, because I just spoke with one of my past clients of mine, and they love the fact that where they're living now, the housing was so much cheaper. They felt that the taxes that they're paying were so much higher than what they were paying here in Colorado. My name's Peggy Dursthoff, and I'm a realtor at Live Denver Suburbs, powered by HomeSmart. Free to connect with me, any questions, or if you want to explore some of your options. In the meantime, enjoy the links I mentioned. Always, if you like this video, found it useful, please share it with the people that you care about. So much for watching, and forward to seeing you on the next video.